What's going on, guys? It's Alan here and welcome to the first video where I betrayed CSGO. Here's the deal. Valorant has been around, for like a month? I don't even know when is release date. I just went on a site, downloaded it. It's free to play if you want to try it. You know, this is not a commercial. I'm not paid by Valorant. Anyways, I tried playing Valorant and I loved it. I have to say I loved it, and I just want to go over a couple of stuff. As from a CSGO player perspective, you know, it has been said that this is the game that will eventually replace CSGO and this and that, and I'm just gonna go over some things from what I see. It's different from CSGO and how it's different, and what I like and what I don't like, and how this is all working out and shit like that. So make sure you stick around. Also, let me know if you want me to post more Valorant videos on this channel. A couple of days ago, like, I really, when it comes to CS, you know, I lately really try to play with a full team or have at least 4, because solo matchmaking has become just a pain in the ass, you know. It's not fun anymore, you know. I go for it from time to time and I have some fun. But it's a lot better if you have a team of players that, you know, you have fun together. You can be toxic to each other out of fun, you know. Everybody knows it's not serious. We're just making jokes, having fun, you know, and sometimes winning, sometimes. And yeah, a couple of days ago, it was actually not last week, I think, I didn't have a team, you know, like nobody was online. So I said, okay, what about Valorant? I said, I didn't join the beta, but I knew that the game will be eventually released. I thought it still isn't. I don't know how this information didn't get to me, but anyways, I go on their website and I see the game is released already. So I downloaded it, it's free to play, and I started playing it. You know, it's a game that really clicked with me, you know, it's a game that really dragged me in, so to say. First off, you cannot play competitive from the start. You can play something named like it's unranked or something like that, basically unrated, I don't know. You have to play 20 games of that, and then you can actually go into competitive. I've obviously didn't play 20 games yet because I want to give you the first impressions of the game. Guess I'm gonna also make a video on how to, you know, transfer your sensitivity and CSGO settings to Valorant if you really want. So make sure to stick around for that. It's been said in the past that Valorant will replace CSGO eventually. I won't say anything about it because I don't really know. There's no way for me to predict this, and frankly, I don't give a shit. But anyways, this is a 5v5 competitive, you know, it's same as CSGO, but it's not the same when it comes to play style and overall, you know, in-game experience. You have to understand that. This is not Counter-Strike. Don't get confused that this is the same 5v5 game. It's not. It's in my opinion far from that. So the first thing is, in CSGO, we are used that we get exclusive guns for CT or T site, you know. This is the main difference that we are used to, and they are priced a little bit differently, but this is M4 and AK and maybe Glock and USP, but still here you have different specialists, okay, different specialists that you pick beforehand, before the game start, and those specialists, I don't know if they even call specialists, basically, yeah, you know what I mean, the characters, they have different powers, they have different abilities, you know. Some can shoot arrows behind the wall and reveal the enemies, some can shock them, some have those smoke screens, some throw something that would be similar to a molly, some have smokes, not all have smokes, not all have flashes. They have these things called blinds or something that confuses you, and then another thing is something that flashes you. But I don't want to go over every single, you know, player because this is boring. I want to show you the outside of the game, and we can go into specifics later on in later videos. But still, this is where it's far apart from CS, you know. You get flash, smoke, decoy, and molly on every single side, every single time. If you have a money, you can buy it. You know, this is very different. This is the first thing that it's different. The buy menu is pretty much, it's not the same, but it's very similar to CS. You know, you need to buy armor, and then you have options to buy weapons. You can buy secondary weapons, you can buy primary weapons. You have shotguns, machine guns. rifles. You have a sniper rifle that's similar to AVP, like that's one shot, one kill, and you have the other sniper rifle that's not one shot, one kill, like the SSG in the CSGO. So these things are pretty similar. When it comes to like in-game movement, you know, I played the game for a week. I didn't quite get it yet, but it's like a skill-based, more, it's like oriented more towards CSGO, where you can't move to be accurate and stuff like that. It's not just you know, Call of Duty run and gun and things like that. It feels like you're moving a little bit slower than in CS. If you have the gun out, you're moving slower. If you have the knife out, you're moving faster. Same as CS, this is the same. And of course, one more thing that is the same is the bomb sites. You know, there is a map. I played on a map where there are actually 3 sites, so A, B, and C. But otherwise, like on the most maps, like I played like 3-4 maps, 3 maybe 4, I don't know, there is an A, B side, and you have something called a spike, which is essentially a bomb that you have to plan. So in this competitive mode, there's only one spike. If you have this mode Spike Rush, where you only play to 4 rounds, you know, the team who first wins the 4 rounds is the winner. There everybody carries a spike and only one can plant it. So that's a little bit different than CS, but the game mode is fun because it's short, and that's a good thing, because you can just jump in and it goes to like 4. The team who first wins 4 rounds, it's a winner. It's a very quick game. It lasts like 8 minutes, something like that, 8 to 10, I don't know. And there's also, like we said before, because you can't play competitive from the start, you play unranked. It's basically casual, but a much better casual than in CS, because there is not like 65 people in the server. You know, you're still playing 5 versus 5. You're still getting the full weapons economy, the same economy as in competitive. You're still getting the same play style, you're still getting the same team size. It just doesn't count as a competitive, and that's a really good thing for practice, for actual map movement, for learning the map, and you know, for learning a different play styles. And then you have a whole bunch of other options, because there are some portals in the map that portals you in the other side, and there is some specialists that can actually boost up and fly for a short period of time. There is a specialist that can like teleport. There is a specialist where he sends like a copy of himself, a clone, I don't know, and you kill that, and he's still on the other side behind of the wall where he sent it out from, and things like that. It's like, you know, it's a very different gameplay, and the way you play the game is very different. When it comes to sounds, there is still a lot about the sound in the game. The footsteps are very loud when you walk. It's a bit like too pronounced in my opinion, maybe, but this can be tweaked in the later, we don't know. The game is still in the start. Yeah, there is a lot to do with the sounds. You play a lot with the sounds, you know, you hear a lot. You can actually also wall back somebody through the wall, the same in the CS. So the wall bang is still there in Valorant as well. But otherwise, the game is very colorful. You know, the game is very colorful. The graphics are different than in CS, that's obvious. But the overall, like, the game isn't that demanding for your PC. For example, I have the i5 4690K and a GTX 770, which is a pretty old setup, and I get on 1920 by 1080, I get a stable 200 plus FPS. I think I play on low settings, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it's low. But still, the picture looks beautiful. It's nice, it's crispy, it's over 200 FPS, it's smooth. One big thing that's different from CS is the 128 tick servers. They are here as standard, you know, so if you play on Faceit, for example, you have a 128, but if you play matchmaking in CSGO, you have 64 tick rate. But here you have 128 tick rate, even in Spike Rush and even in unrated competitive, so to say, casual as in CS. So like I said at the start, the game like really hooked me. It's a great game. It overall just takes time. It's a new game, but it's a wonderful game. I think they done a wonderful job designing this game and the overall play style, and But if you're a traditional CS player and you don't like all of that magic stuff and all of that flying and teleporting and shit, this is not gonna be for you. But you know, I'm very open towards that. I'm really open towards changes, because I have played CS for the past like what, 5 years. I haven't played any other game than CS for the past 5 years, and this is like a nice refreshment to me, so to say. So yeah, I gotta say I really like the game, and I'm gonna keep on playing it. Let me know if you're gonna see, if you guys want to see videos about it on this channel. It can 100% happen to, like, you know, merge the Valorant and CS. I'm not leaving CS. This is not what I'm saying. I'm still gonna play CS, but I'm just gonna add Valorant to that, like, play day of my more often. If you have time, if you're interested in that, you know, like, download it, try it, guys. You won't be sorry. You'll see it's a good game. But again, if you don't like stuff like that, the magic, the flying, the shit, that all the other shit that you have to, you know, have in addition to guns and you know, smokes and flashes and things like that, that is in CS, then you're probably not gonna like this game. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope this video helped you. Please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.